Hello, how are we doing? This is Max Knight. This is my clinical slash research reflection on conflict resolution uh, video. And so I'm just going to jump in right here, just answering a few questions. So the first question is, how is research going so far? I'd say not. It's it's not favorable, we'll say. It could be going a lot better. I thought I had a good, or at least a decent question figured out, or something I wanted to look at. And kind of as time has gone on, and the farther we've gotten with it, I've noticed that my aim for it, or I guess uh, my train of thought with it has almost changed completely. Because originally it was trying to look at if educational material can help or be like a very useful way of injury prevention for firefighters. And most of the research I found was mainly on the military population. Uh, so I think I've focused maybe more on the military population than firefighters, and then kind of away from tactical athletes to just educational injury prevention. So I think I'm a little lost with that, and I need to make my revisions to kind of get a clear understanding of what I want to do and where I want to take it, um, and then hopefully sometime snag Dr. Games when he has a second. So research could be going a lot better, and this is my first time doing something like this. So again, it's kind of like a trial and error thing, and I'm trying not to beat myself too much up about it, but it's definitely a good challenge, and I just need to make my revisions and kind of get a clear picture or solidify a clear picture of what I want to do. What is the most frustrating part of research at this time? Um, what is the most beneficial part of research? So kind of like what I said, like even looking at it at the beginning of the week, or kind of just like thinking about it, reflecting about it, just realizing that uh, even my feedback, that I've kind of gone through different like aims, I guess, or the initial idea has changed, and I've kind of got off track, got on, got off. So that's kind of like frustrating and very helpful, um, just to see where I'm going with this, where I'm losing myself, or like where I'm losing the idea of it, um, and where my weak points are and my strong points are. Um, what is the latest with my clinical experiences? I just just got done with a little bit of a lull between football. I guess the fall sports with the winter sports. This past week has past 2 weeks actually. I've picked up a lot. Uh, my I guess hours have gotten a little bit longer of how I'm going to spend the day at clinicals, just because again football's over with. So I'm getting there a couple hours earlier, staying a couple, or well, not a couple actually, about like an hour, hour and a half later than usual, just so I can make sure I'm getting my hours in and everything. It's actually allowed me to uh, get more documentation done, being more effective with that. It's helped me settle down and kind of work on some projects, get some data going. Um, Also, I've been challenging myself to take on a little bit more, some more rehab projects with patients. Uh, there's a swimmer I'm working with right now with bilateral shoulder issues. So that's a bit of a challenge. I wanted to do that. And I even went up to the swim coach. I was like, hey, if you know anybody on the team that's having any issues, just throw them at me because I want to help them out. And so she did just that. There's a varsity swimmer that mentioned, or that the coach mentioned, that I was looking to help anybody. And the shoulders are one of my weak points. I know in undergrad I was at a rotation where all I did was shoulder evaluations and rehab. And so I've definitely got like a lot of reps in there, but it still could be just a lot better. So I'm really happy that this opportunity has presented itself and that I'm starting to work with this person, or this patient, excuse me. This patient is a little more serious as far as their personality goes. It's kind of hard, getting through to them with my personality. So I'm gonna have to kind of adjust and kind of create rapport in a different way. I think that's going to be through the work and progress we see. So that's a good thing I got going on, as well as a long jumper who has some issues going on with his jumping leg. So it's going to be really fun to work on that with him and see his progress over the next 4 or 5 months here. But other than that, with my administrators, I'm getting along with them better every day. Me and my nurse have a really good relationship. We talk every day. And other than that, everything else is kind of going back on track. Thank you.